had reinstated the gun shows when he was first elected, but he had temporarily suspended them. So anyway, this petition sort of took off on the internet because the issue of gun violence was in the news. And also I had shared a personal story about 20 years ago. A close friend of mine, a 12-year-old girl named Rachel Castillo, went next door for a play date with a 14-year-old boy. And the boy pulled a gun out of his dad's closet that was not secured, and he shot my friend Rachel in the face and killed her. And so I believe, and many people in America believe, that guns are a public health issue. Every day in America, 93 people, including 7 children and teens, are killed by guns.
You see his sign?
Every month in America, 50 women are killed by intimate partners with guns. About 2/3 of firearms deaths are actually suicides. So if you have a gun in the house, you're at risk for having that gun used in a suicide or in a domestic violence action. And also, black men in America are about 14 times as likely as white men to be killed with guns. And so in our county, we've had some really horrific gun violence. On Christmas Eve, for example, we had a nightclub owner at the Mansion nightclub in Mount Vernon that was killed by a patron, and 3 other people were seriously injured in the shooting there. And then on New Year's Eve in Mount Vernon, a young woman named Shamoya McKenzie was riding in a car with her mother and was killed by a stray bullet. And she was a 16-year-old girl. She's had her whole life in front of her. She was a great basketball player. She's much loved in the community. So these are issues that we have here in our county. So what happened is about several thousand people signed our petition, and now it's up to about 6,000. But in the fall, right before holiday time, Rob Astorino decided to bring gun shows back to the county center. And County Legislator Capelwitz says, I got a gun show in my stocking for Christmas. So he didn't inform the legislature he was doing this because he knew they would have objected. And so as a result of the public opinion about this issue, the County Board of Legislators in January voted to end the gun shows at the county center by a vote of 9-8. And Rob Astorino promptly vetoed the bill, and the gun show went ahead as scheduled, January 21st and 22nd. And so this issue is still up for grabs. And I want to thank County Legislature Catherine Parker, who voted for the ban. As did all the Democrats. The vote went along party lines. But the good news is we have 1 year to override Astorino's veto. We only would need 3 other legislators to vote in favor of the gun show ban, and it could pass, and we could win on this issue. And so I think it's very important for all of us as citizen lobbyists to both press those legislators to change their vote, and if they don't change their vote, we should consider voting them out and replacing them.
Right.
And so we have on our website, preventgunviolence.org, a customized flyer for each district, for each of the 8 Republicans that voted against the ban.